At one time in America, it was believed that if you simply worked hard, you'd have a home, a steady job, and a better life for your children. That was the American dream. But in many parts of this country, that dream is now little more than an empty shell. The streets that were once busy are now lined with shuttered storefronts. Houses that once echoed with children's laughter now sit abandoned, with grass growing higher than the fence. Jobs vanish, debt climbs, and confidence in the future fades away. Today, we're stepping inside 4 states that are falling into a crisis, places where the American dream hasn't just been shaken. It may have disappeared entirely. And the big question is, are these just scattered dark spots on the map, or are they a warning of what's coming for the rest of the country? Subscribe to Traveling Vibes so you won't miss the real stories shaping America's future. Let's begin. California? California was once known as America's golden paradise. Sunshine year-round, Hollywood, Silicon Valley. But now, hundreds of thousands of people are packing up and leaving. In 2023 alone, more than 340,000 residents left California. An unprecedented record. The median home price here is over $800,000, double the national median. And the state's personal income tax? The highest in the nation, up to 13.3% for high earners. Imagine a family with a decent income, seemingly secure but in reality, spending more than half of it just to keep a roof over their heads, before paying for electricity, water, or gas. A family in San Jose had lived there for 3 generations. Their grandparents bought a small home decades ago for the price of a new pickup truck. But last year, they sold the house and moved to Texas. Why? Even with the mortgage paid off, the cost of living was too much. They told me something I'll never forget. We love California, but it feels like California doesn't love us anymore. The reasons behind the exodus are clear: skyrocketing housing costs, unaffordable basic services, and a chronic housing shortage for middle-income earners. Homelessness is widespread. Even tech companies are opening offices in Texas and Florida to cut costs and attract talent. If this trend continues, California may keep its beaches and glamorous skyline, but lose the people and energy that once made it golden. A state can't live on pretty postcards alone. Think of California as a gold-plated yacht. From afar it shines, but inside water is leaking in. If you had to spend 60% of your income just to stay in your dream location, would you stay? Share your thoughts in the comments. Illinois. If you think California's story is grim, wait until you see what's happening in Illinois, where the crisis isn't just about money, it's about trust in government. Once proudly called the land of Lincoln, Illinois is now drowning in public debt. More than $140 billion in unfunded pension liabilities, among the highest in the country. Property taxes are also near the top, yet public services and infrastructure continue to crumble. Chicago's serious crime rate has jumped more than 40% in just 5 years. Some neighborhoods are so unsafe that even police hesitate to enter. For decades, Illinois has lived with a dangerous habit, spending far more than it earns. Instead of making hard budget cuts or restructuring pensions, lawmakers often take the easy way out, raising taxes. Yet the streets are riddled with potholes, schools face teacher shortages, and the police force is stretched thin. Here's the real gut punch. Even lifelong public servants are leaving. A retired police officer told me, "They promised us a pension we could live on, but now I'm not sure I'll get it next month. Maybe I should start packing like my neighbor did." When the people who once protected the state decide to walk away, who will be left when the next crisis hits? Without sweeping reform, Illinois won't just lose more money, it will lose the people who hold it together. Illinois is like a once mighty oak tree, its roots rotting, waiting for a strong enough storm to bring it down. Do you believe your state's government will keep its promises to you? Tell us in the comments. New York, New York, the beating heart of America's economy and culture. Just stepping onto its streets, you could once feel the energy that never slept. But for the past 3 years, that heart has been bleeding. Quietly, but deeply. More than 500,000 residents have left New York in just 3 years. That's like the entire population of Miami vanishing. Property taxes and living costs are among the highest in the US, yet safety has deteriorated. Small businesses are closing, even in iconic neighborhoods like Brooklyn and Queens. To live comfortably here, you need to earn more than twice the US average, and that's before factoring in personal safety. One family restaurant owner in Brooklyn had survived the 2008 financial crisis. But last year, after 25 years, she closed her doors for good. She told me, "Rent keeps going up, customers are fewer, and every night I'm afraid of being robbed. I love this city, but it doesn't love me anymore." As taxes squeeze small businesses and crime erodes security, even the most resilient residents are leaving. If the trend continues, New York will keep its lights and skyscrapers, but lose the people who make the city's heartbeat. It's like a Broadway show with the stage lights still shining, but the audience quietly walking out. Could you live in a beautiful, famous place that no longer feels safe? Oregon was once a paradise for nature lovers. Fresh air, close-knit communities, and a sense of peace. But now, it's often called the capital of America's homeless crisis. Oregon's homeless rate is among the nation's top 5, with tens of thousands of people living without shelter. In Portland, serious crime is up nearly 25% in the past 5 years. The number of tents downtown has doubled in just 3 years. Many of these people once had jobs and homes, until rising costs and personal setbacks forced them into the streets. I met a veteran living in a roadside tent. He'd once driven trucks cross-country, owned a home, and raised a family. After a medical operation, he lost his job. His savings vanished. Now, he and his wife have nowhere to go. "I never thought I'd end up here," he told me. "But in Oregon, one small setback can put you on the street." A runaway housing crisis has driven rents up far faster than wages. Weak urban management has allowed the problem to spiral. Without decisive change, Oregon risks losing its identity as a green paradise and becoming a cautionary tale of how quickly a community can crumble when living costs outpace incomes. The Pacific Northwest gem is still here, but its shine is dimmed under the dust of poverty and instability. Oregon's story is not just about statistics, policies, or economic charts. It's about people. The shop owner in Portland watching foot traffic dry up. The farmer in the Willamette Valley wondering how much longer the land will sustain a living. The young family packing a moving truck because the dream they came here for no longer feels within reach. But Oregon has seen hard times before. From the timber industry collapse of the 1980s to the tech bust of the early 2000s, this state has a history of reinventing itself. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, and subscribe to Traveling Vibes for more deep dives into the stories shaping our world.